Stateside is when this came in very handy for us after the Harvey storm, and we had all this flooding. And so we're trained in the National Guard, we're trained to do federal overseas missions, and we're also trained to do stateside missions as well. The governor can activate us as they did for the relief efforts. The problem we had with this one was all the rain when it came back out and circled back inland around Beaumont in Houston. That was the problem we had outside of Houston. People in Houston have loved boats, right? So they have lots of boats, lots of trucks in Houston, lots of dump trucks. So a lot of people got rescued here. But outside of here, Port Arthur, Beaumont, not as many boats, not as many trucks. And so there were a lot of people that ended up being stranded over there. And flying over these areas was amazing. I was lucky enough, I lived right near the Sugar Land Airport, so as soon as the storm passed and kind of the clouds parted, all of a sudden at Sugar Land Airport is where they're sending, all these states sent aircraft down there. We had 17 aircraft, and so as soon as I showed up, my commander put me in charge of these 17 aircraft and figuring out how to pick aircraft for certain missions, what qualifications each one had, medically, search and rescue techniques, whatever we were going to do with them. And so we had to make a board and start figuring all this stuff out. And we only had about 3 or 4 hours to figure this out. All these states were involved, as you see up here. These were all the aircraft that we had. And we started flying missions almost immediately, really, within the first 8 hours or so. And that's what the ramp looked like out there. We just filled it up with all these aircraft. The first day I flew search and rescue mission was out to Port Arthur area. And we did 2 days. We lifted about 34 people out of waters, of flood zones over there. Rose City, Beaumont, and Port Arthur area. It was pretty amazing. We hoisted this guy up, and they were trapped off of a railroad track. They just couldn't, they made it to the railroad tracks, and the water kept rising, and they were trapped on both sides at that point. And so they flagged us down. We were literally just flying around the areas and looking for people to wave. Kind of like you would have seen in Katrina, right, in New Orleans. That's what it reminded me of seeing this, because I wasn't there, but I saw it on TV. This guy came up, was huffing his inhaler. He's an asthmatic, and I was kind of worried about him, because when we got him off the hoist, we were trying to get him into the seat and strap him in. He's sitting there doing this with his inhaler. So I was worried he was going to have this big asthma attack right there on the helicopter. He did okay. Fortunately, they were all right, but that just gives you an example of some of the stuff that we saw and the people that we took care of. Lots of stories, just a lot of heartbreak. It was pretty sad flying over southeast Texas and seeing what we saw. There was so much devastation, and I just couldn't believe it. It was so surreal.
This gives you an idea. We had a film crew with us in the second day, rescues, and did a lot of filming for us. But this is what we were looking at. It's mile after mile after mile, just roofs sticking out of the water. This is the I-10 corridor heading east from Beaumont, going towards Orange, Louisiana, that way. And strips of I-10 are completely underwater, submerged. That gives you an idea of the devastation around that area.
There's a little bit more of it. So at this point, we were just doing searches. They were literally just flying around looking for people to wake us up. One of the problems we had getting into the water was there was a lot of chemicals and a lot of waste. A lot of fuel spills in vehicles, or vehicles submerged all over the place. And so we treated a lot of just nasty kind of dermatitis reactions from that. So that was the main thing that we saw. Not too many injuries, but a lot of skin things. This was a